Dave here from Sage Garden. We're actually at Peg Beer Co. We had an awesome launch event today for the 28-day Indoor Garden Challenge. And so I just wanted to run through the key points. Since you weren't able to join us, you can check this out online at sagegarden.ca. So what we're going to do is we're going to grow a salad garden basically in the 28 days of February. So we want to choose the right varieties, we want to have the right soil, the right container, and the right temperature. So I'm just going to quickly run through how you can make your own 28-day Indoor Garden Challenge a big success. So first things first, we want to choose the right kinds of seeds. So we're looking for seed varieties that grow really quickly and that are going to be able to grow just fine in the amount of daylight hours we have naturally through the month of February. So these are things like salad greens. This is a red planet salad mix. It has a bunch of different tender baby greens in it, and they can grow to mature harvestable size in just 28 days. Another one that works really well is the mesclun mix. It's a little bit more savory. It has some arugula in there, has some like mustards and things like that in there. Once again, can be harvested between 28 and 35 days. Really, really quick turnaround. Even things like miniature peas can grow really well. You can actually get potted peas off this in about 28 to 30 days. So it's pretty cool. So you want to choose fast-growing, cool season salad greens to make this happen indoors. The second thing is you want to choose the right kind of containers. So you don't need anything really big. In fact, you want to have a very shallow container that just has enough root zone to support the root system here, but you want to also make sure that you're not going overboard with your soil because these leafy greens don't need that. So anything you do, this is called a loaf pan. As long as it has drainage holes in the bottom and it's a couple of inches tall, that's going to work really, really nicely. So simple container. You could even recycle something like a clamshell from the grocery store. If you've bought some mesclun mix, you've got it at home, you've used it up, you just reuse that as long as the drainage holes are there and you've got a couple of inches. The third thing that's really, really critical here is the kind of soil you use. You want to make this low maintenance and make it happen like with the least amount of effort possible. And the best way to do that is to make sure you have lots of nutrients built right into the soil. In my hand here, I've got some worm castings. We're going to add about 10% worm castings to our soil mix, which really delivers a lot of fast release nutrients in an organic way, but it also allows for some enzymes and things that help to buffer against bacterial and fungal infections that can happen with young seedlings indoors. And I've also got something great here called sea soil compost. This is wonderful because it has lots of slow release nutrition because we're going to be growing this out over 20 days, 28 days. Maybe we'll do a couple of cuts. You're going to keep this going through the month of March. This is going to provide all the longer term nutrients the plants are going to need to really grow strong and sturdy for you. Plus it adds a really nice texture to the soil and allows for slow release of the moisture that's going to be delivered out to the root system of your plants. So we're going to put about 30% of this into our mix, 10% worm castings, and the balance of that is going to be your kind of basic kind of peat moss based kind of organic potting mix. So 10% worm castings, 30% good quality compost like sea soil, and the balance 60% is just going to be organic soil mix. So we're going to put that into our container. We're going to leave a little bit of a lip here so that there's a little bit of room so that the water doesn't overflow the tops. We're just going to pre-moisten that. So before you actually plant your seeds, you just want to add the water to the soil. And the reason for that is just so that the seeds will stick really easily and you won't have the seeds being kind of bounced all around the first time you water because they're going to be stuck to the top of the soil. So far so good, really easy. So the other thing that's really important to note here is you're going to be sowing the seeds much more densely than you would in the outdoor garden. In fact, in an 11 by 11 tray like this or a 6 by 6 tray like this, you're planting between 150 to 200 seeds and you're just sprinkling them across the top. So I'll show you how that's done. This is the Red Planet soil salad mix we got here. And basically, we're just going to take these out of the pack. We don't have to count. We don't have to be too precise about this. All we want to do is go ahead and put a pinch of this into our hand. If you've got the seeds as part of the 28-day Indoor Garden Challenge, you can plan for about half the pack to be used in a tray like this. So just put them out into your hand like that. And basically, it's literally just like doing a quick spread like this. Pretend you're like seasoning your soup or something along those lines. Just nice even distribution like that. Maybe you're going to pat it down so there's good firm seed to soil contact, and that's all that you need to do. The last thing that's really important to remember here is you want to put these cool season greens somewhere cooler in your home. So you could put them near a big patio door, not like in the coziest room in your house. You want to have them ideally like around 18 degrees Celsius or cooler. So if you don't have a really good spot like that, another option would be to grow more summer type greens like basil and dill and things. They do require more light, so you might have to have supplemental lighting if you're going to grow those kinds of leafy greens indoors, the summer herbs. That's it. It's very, very easy to do. You're going to see germination happening after about 3 days. In about 10 days, you're going to see some real good greenery happening. And by the end of your 28 days, you're going to be harvesting your first salad. So I hope you have a lot of fun with that. You can check out the other resources on our website. Like I say, it's so easy to do. We hope you have a lot of fun with it. Post your pictures to hashtag 28day indoor garden. Talk to you soon.